Today is July 29th, and this is the latest on the garden and the fruits. Let's see. The fig is ripening up. Most are still green, but they're turning yellow. These seem to be prematurely ripening. Then, interesting. This one's a good size. So that's why you should keep the fig plant short, like this. Because otherwise, so when you keep the fig plant itself short, you get bigger fruits versus this one, which is taller, has smaller fruits. Okay, let's look at the vine and the grapes. The leaves are darkening. These are tiny. They're not ready to pick yet. Okay, and this one grew a lot. These are snow peas. There's nothing that they can climb over. I have to put some sticks in, like that stick over there. So yeah, there's a lot of potatoes that are ready. I'll have to dig them up soon, very soon. This is the progress of the, I think it's cucumbers. We'll find out once the fruit comes out. Oh, here, this one, whatever this is. I think it's a cucumber. Sounds like our neighbors have chickens. Look at this. Here's some beans, string beans. Okay, so I need to be careful not to step on this, but let's see, what is this? Hey Yogo, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is. It might be kabocha. Okay, so I hadn't updated you guys on what happened, but so I left the door open to the garden over there. That one open overnight, and a deer came in and ate like, so let's see, do you see these cut leaves? Apparently it loves them. Hopefully these can grow properly without interesting. Okay, so this is going into the potato patch, but yeah, I'll be pulling out the potatoes soon. But yeah, so it ate, thankfully it doesn't like grapes, or it would have like destroyed this area. And also it ate the bean, the vine. Let's see if I can spot where, like the nubs. Let's see. But yeah, it made quite a few cuts on it. You can't see it now because like it has overgrown. And then the other plant deers love. Oh, and it didn't eat blueberries. The other one is, see this side? So this part has leaves, but this part it ate. So these ones are new because it ate a lot of the older leaves. And then, okay, so this is Seneca plum. And then over here, it ate figs. Let's see if there's like clear evidence of like a munch. I think my father-in-law picked off the one that was like half eaten. And also over here as well. Oh, here it is, see? It ate this. I'll just take this off. I don't know if it'll, cause like, it looks like it's growing some mold in it. Oh, sugar baby watermelon. Interesting, okay. So we'll just put this in the ground. So yeah, it ate some, like it just went everywhere. Yeah, it was a fun story because like I was speaking to my father-in-law because he like waters the garden at least once a day. I water it in the morning sometimes, although I should be doing it all the time. This is leaking. And then he waters it in the evening, and then I was like, I saw like the eaten parts, and I assumed that my father-in-law just like pruned plants. And I asked him, I was like, so what's the reason? He's like, oh no, it's not me. I was like, oh well, it's not me, so. But yeah, I quickly figured out. Oh, okay, so this one, it just started growing. No one planted it, but it's coriander seeds. So we also have compost. So I'm guessing that like we used, it really smells like coriander here. Let's see. So yeah, like when we put the compost down, I guess this grew out of the compost. So yeah, these are coriander seeds. the flowers are small and white before oh, so you can see it here. And then they will turn into seeds. They're very fragrant. So there's going to be like a whole can of coriander here soon. It has fallen kind of down. So yeah, most of the potato is ready to be picked. You could already see how it's tiny, but it tastes good. I put it in the air fryer. Like, I would spray it with olive oil and put it in the air fryer, and it's delicious. And here is the apple tree. So I'll just say Phil instead of spelling out father-in-law. Phil put bags over this to prevent, I guess, I don't know if it's flies that like cause the worms to go in. I have no idea, but it had a ton of worms last year. I don't know if this is ready or not. This one's really green and small. So this one singular apple tree, so it branches off into 3 or 4 different kinds of apples. So each branch is a different type of apple, which is pretty fascinating. Because my favorite ones are the ones that turn yellow, greenish yellow, and they're crispy. I do not like the red apples because they're spongy. I don't know. Let's see. What other place are they growing? Oh yeah, it seems like it's preventing the worms from developing. And then there's the raspberry bushes. There's tons of raspberries. It's just we already have 1 can of raspberry jam we created or made. And you have to eat it quickly or it'll go bad in the fridge. So yeah. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. So the leaves here are, they have like little, what is it? Thorny thingy. It's not painful to the touch, but it's rough to the touch. Let's see if, oh yeah, there's more plants on this side actually. Let me see. Okay, so here are some kind of chili pepper. Huh. It's getting bigger. I'm not sure if it's ready to pick though. And here is the lettuce that I just let grow. I wonder if this will bloom into a flower and then will turn into seeds so I can plant them again next year. These are leeks. It's taken them quite a bit to grow. I love leeks. because there's some of the radish that can be composted down here. I have planted some, let's see, I think I planted beets over here. I should water them. And then there's tomatoes over here. There are some that we picked that were ready. Snow peas. They look pretty neat and cute. Okay. Okay. I'll just water the garden now. So we put these metal holes over here to guide the water hose, so that, like, see over here, it's the water hose is on one side and it won't disturb the plants. And then you would put it over here like this. So when you pull it, you can make sure the plants are safe. Smells good. It smells like plants. When I water the plants, they give out a nice aroma. Oh, and here's beets. Red beets. They're not as big as the ones from the store because it's not, GMO. Non-GMO stuff tends to grow small. For new gardeners, that can be discouraging. I would say not to give up because it tastes better than the big ones from the store. This is how the young grapevine looks like. So when it comes to grapevines, it's important to prune them so they don't grow too long. You want to reserve the energy for the fruit so it grows bigger. So instead of having multiple fruits that are small, you get fewer bigger fruits. I need to put another metal pole over here to protect the blueberries. Stop the water flow. Oh, let me also show you this. So this is plum tree. No, not plum. Pear. I think the leaves are sick. I think. I'm not sure. Why would it turn? Why would it have orange? Look at this. Oh, there's insects. Do you see it? Oh god. There's an infestation. Okay. I wonder where the pests come from, you know? Is it through the birds or the bees? Because they're small enough to be carried by them unknowingly. It's almost every leaf here that's infected. Goodness. But yeah, it's what did I say? Pear tree. Oh, you said I thought it was the heat at first. Yeah. Like I looked closely and like the black dots are moving. Definitely can't be squeamish if you're to be a good gardener. Ugh. Okay, wait. No. Whenever there's an insect inside the house, I kill it. I have no mercy for insects inside the house. But outside, it's their territory. I mean, it's pretty, right? The dark green with the bright orange, yellowish patches. How's your artwork, by the way, Yogo? On Webtoons, or have you moved to another hosting site? Because Sam, I think, actually I forgot the name, but he started posting on another hosting site to see if there's more traction there. So to the folks who just joined, I just discovered that there's an infestation on the pear tree, on the leaves. As you can see like the black dots, or like the gray dots. I think it's just this insect that goes around, lays eggs. So yeah. So I'm picking the leaves off before the whole tree becomes polka dotted with orange dots. It's getting pretty hot outside as well. I should do this quickly. Clear on this side. Before I got distracted by the infested leaves, okay, I'm gonna show you guys. So that tree over there with the fuzzy fruit, that's called quince, Quince. It's a fruit that looks like a pear. It grows bigger than a pear though. You can see the fuzziness, and you have to bake it before you eat it. When you bake it, it's sweet. It's pickled in Asian cuisine. But yeah, and also the Spanish. In Spain, they make this jam with it after they bake it, and it's called membrillo. Let's see. Membrillo. So yeah, there's a lot of it. The branches are going to sag down because it's pretty heavy. The tree used to be bigger, but my father-in-law pruned it. It's a big lesson about fruit trees, because you have to prune them or the fruits will be too numerous and the fruits will be smaller because the tree can only support so much. Okay. Oh, look at this. So these are supposed to be pears, but I don't know. They seem to be deformed in some way. Can you see them? Should have gotten to this sooner. Maybe you would have grown bigger. That's not a spider. There. I have a story time. I think I'll tell it in my Chopsticks and Fork Please podcast. I went on a cruise with for my brother's birthday. We got invited, and my brother, let's see. Okay, so he's pretty tall and, you know, like the ideal black man, and, you know, for a lot of black women. He's not dating a black woman though. And he has this guy friend, this white guy friend, who also came on the trip. And they were doing karaoke night. And they were singing together to each other lovingly. The hello, is it me you're looking for, blah blah blah. So, and then there were these middle-aged black women who were like cheering him on until he started, oh, here are more pears. Okay, we might have pears this year. I don't know. Maybe what I'm doing will help it. Okay, I don't know if I can get up there. But yeah, so he was singing by himself at first, and then he did a duet with his guy friend. And then they stopped cheering when they started singing to each other. And then, so he was telling us this story, like, can you believe it? These black women. Or, I don't know, the tone was like, he was amused by how he's so popular. Anyway, so it seems like they were disappointed that, you know, they thought, oh, we lost another good black man. Yeah, that one. Yogo. Is it me you're looking for? So they were singing that. Oh, and another kind of infestation, I think. Oh, goodness. Okay. Do I have to clear this whole thing? Maybe just cut this whole. Anyways, so he goes out to the city. So the cruise is supposed to take you to different cities. You get off on the port, at the port, and do some shopping and sightseeing. And he was like, you know, kissing up on his girlfriend. And then this, like, one of the black women runs up to them, and they're like, oh, are you guys together? Oh, thank God. I'll tell the other ladies. And she, like, texts, I guess, the other black ladies in a group chat. And when he was telling me, so, like, we all met up, him, his girlfriend, his fiance now, his white guy friend, and me and Sam. And then they all start laughing, and I'm like, oh shit, secondhand embarrassment. Because, like, this is not the only story he has of, like, black women's obsession with him. It's pretty sad. And it's also homophobic, you know? So, yeah. And then I kind of explained it to them. I was like, so the reason why they were more okay with you, like, being with a non-black woman is, like, at least you're with a woman and they might have a chance at being with you, versus if you're you know, gay or bisexual, then I don't know, maybe they won't have as much chance. And they were like part of a church group or something. So yeah. Yeah. And like all these stories, like non-black women, like the stories they tell, like black men tell each other, and non-black men and non-black women, like everyone's laughing, you know, except you as a black woman, because it's like embarrassing. And then we started discussing, like, because there was an Asian man, a white man, and I don't know if you can hear this because of the loud helicopter there. Yeah, so like they seem perplexed. What's going on, kind of thing. But perplexed, but they're not curious enough to like ask someone, why is it that, you know, black women act that way, blah blah. Because it seems like in America, at least, black women have made it so that, like, in media and movies and all that stuff, you can see black women only have eyes for black men, you know? So even if they're those of us who are interested in dating out, people don't think we're interested in them because of media. But it's not only media, because of the stories like this that my brother told the group and that people were laughing at. There's truth to it. Okay, I think it looks better now. Except for the ones, I don't know if I can reach these. Do you guys have similar stories in your circles? Or is it just me? And also, when I was like walking around in the cities, like the port towns, with my husband Sam, like if it's a black family, they don't look at us happily. I don't know, like I don't know what they're thinking, but they have like frowned up faces. And stuff like that can be discouraging for those who want the approval of the black community. And like if you're dating and if the black community doesn't approve through dirty looks and like whispers and all that stuff, or like other black women, like the only times that they smile at me is like when I'm by myself, and if I'm with Sam is an Asian man. For those of you who are not aware, they are not smiling. Sometimes they're frowning at me. have some, you know, black female friends who, like, we talk about things like that, and they're like they're reluctant about like even exploring the thought of dating out because of how they would get those looks. So looks better now, I think. I need a ladder for that. I'll get however much I can. So we also don't spray any pesticides on the plants here. So that's why there's always, like, you know, the worms in the apple and whatever this is. And the leaves here. Oh, and I think there's a lemon tree in one corner, like right over there, which also had a few of the leaves that were deforming because of an insect. This is as far as I can reach, so. But I should clear the rest of them because the insects will just move down the rest of the plant, of the tree. Okay, let me check out the other pear tree. Oh, look at these snubs. That's what was eaten by the deer. Ooh, okay. This also has the infestation. Okay, so this is another project. So I have to clear these leaves and pick the potatoes that are ready. Okay, so for potatoes, you know it's ready when the leaves start to wilt. You could also see the potatoes poking out. I think this was like, it wasn't on purpose. Like, my father-in-law didn't plant the potatoes. It was just a compost pile. Another one of those like happy mistakes or of sorts. Just like the coriander seeds growing there. And also I'll leave some potatoes here for next year, so that it will grow whenever it wants to. Let's see. And also another plant I wanted to tell you guys about is called perlin. It's this plant that grows really close to the ground. And it has a lot of omega numbers. It doesn't taste like anything. Oh, it's called codling moth. Okay. Cuddling moth. You need to spray with dormant oil in winter. Okay. Thanks, Isal. Oh, it's called purslane? Purslane. Okay. Nice. So, my father-in-law brought these in, and I don't know. I guess we'll put it in soup and eat it. I don't know how to flavor it, but yeah, it's supposed to be good for you. So, pickled. Oh, okay. Nice. I feel like this is ready to be picked. So I'll just purslane. Okay. I'll tell my father-in-law because he didn't know what it's called. Dormant oil. So dormant oil like neem oil? Is that what you're talking about, Isal? Like this is because of some insect. Let me see. Pest. Cuddling moth. I'll have to write that down. Oh yeah, it's covered in it. I don't see any of the. Oh, I see some. See over there. Some fruits, but not much, and I'm not sure if all the pests are affecting how big they're growing, or if they develop later in the summer. Oh, look at this. Didn't see that before. Okay, so it's kabocha. I see it. It's darker, and I don't know. I think it's ready to be picked. For plants like this, you have to like look under the big leaves on all sides. Okay. Onion spray mixture in my garden for a while. I started using organic insecticide later. Okay. It's growing everywhere. First. Cool. Nice beat. yeah, that's the biggest beet that I've seen from the garden. They're usually small. Kerosene and diesel. Oh yeah, figs. And I was showing Yogo earlier these fruits. It's called quince. Quince. Thankfully, these, I don't see any pests, at least. And there's an apple tree over there. And in order to make sure there's no worms in it, it's been covered with this bag. Oh, peach and a pear. Oh, yeah, because of the fuzziness. Yeah. And also there's red raspberries there. The only thing that like I don't like about these, well, not the only thing, but for one, it's like covered in thorns, so I always get minor scratches and I get scars later on. I don't like that. And then sometimes there's insects in the inside part. Let's see. This one seems clear. Just take it home. But yeah, it's hard to get to all of them, especially the ones by the fence. And on the inside part or like the bottom. And I would wear like the plastic or like the, what is it called? Latex or non-latex gloves that you use for washing dishes. I use that in order to pick these to prevent scratches. And this one, do you know what this is? Oh, my battery. My phone seems to be dying. I think it's some kind of pepper. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'm gonna go in and go grocery shopping. After the trip, we don't have much to eat in the fridge. But then there's a lot to eat from the garden, so it's good. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Have a lovely day and week. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.